As good as your next president. Tent-free president.
These guys are nothing. When nobody want to ask a question, it's a deal.
Confident you can bounce back, being you guys got to do it on the road, pretty tough road trip?
Yeah, it's a tough road trip. They're all tough, of course. You know, Weber State has, I don't won a ton of consecutive home games. Of course, they have one tonight, but very good team. Idaho State's playing very well, veteran team, and then Southern Utah, you know, really seems to be coming around. So that's a ways down the road, but you know, 3 straight road games here, big test for our team.
You know, Weaver has 6 straight home wins right now. I mean, how do you kind of go in there and try to stop how?
Well, you can take it even further. I mean, you know, they've won 20 plus consecutive conference home games, and you know, it's going to be a battle for us. You know, but everybody has the challenge of going in there and winning. That's consistent across the league. So, you know, right now, just more concerned about our guys and getting them on the right page and getting ourselves ready for this road swing.
What's that atmosphere like down there?
It's a great basketball facility. It's what it was built for, and they've got a great tradition. And over the years, you know, they've you know, just obviously put together great teams. So you know, we have our hands full. It's always a tough place to play.
I know we talked about it after Saturday's game a little bit, but I mean, now that we're a few weeks into the conference season here, I mean, how big of a grind is this going to be?
Yeah, I think we're all figuring that out. You know, somebody said, "Hey, you're in first, and now you're in fourth." But I don't know. I mean, I don't really. To me, I'm not worried about all that right now. You know, you just want to be playing good basketball and realize how the importance of every game and situation. I mean, it's hard to be consistent and stay steady and not get too high or low, but that's what we have to do. And I think this group has to learn that. I think the next step for us is a big one, a tough one. And we've shown we can play with, you know, with people in this league, but you know, we've got to handle the emotions the right way. And I think that got away from us a little bit the other night. We played a team that was trying to find itself with a lot of veterans and a team with high expectations, and thought they played very well. And statistically, we played pretty good, and it just wasn't enough. But that's how precious it is. It's a possession here or there, honestly, in the course of a game like that. You know, you can't take anything for granted. And you know, I think for our team, they're still learning that. And you know, it's something we talked about this week. Is we're a work in progress. We're not where we need to be. We want to be playing better as the season goes on. That takes a commitment, though, and that next step for us is going to be a big one.
Flavian and Paul carried you guys offensively on Saturday night. Will this be the biggest test from them as far as the front court's perspective with Blaboy and Tresnick?
Well, those are great. They have, you know, very good post players, offensively and defensively, and so obviously, you know, you got a game plan for them, and you know, they've done a good job against us, you know, with the interior. Obviously, that was the game plan the other night. As it wore on, is to get the ball around the paint. Our guys did a very good job of that. Heck, I think we only took 3 threes the second half, maybe not just because of what our game plan was. And you know, I thought we did a pretty good job of executing that. Just, you know, free throw line, I thought might have affected us a little bit, but these guys will be challenged. You know, we got 2 different styles. Weber State and Idaho State just play 2 different ways. So, you know, it's a difficult prep week for us.
Will that be kind of a focus as the season, you know, this weekend or as the season goes along, to try and get the ball back into the post to Paul and to Flavian as much as possible?
Well, I don't think that hasn't been a focus. That's been something we've really tried to do, you know, consistently. We've got a lot of good shooters on this team, and so I think it's, you know, I think one game we took 29 threes because that's what we had, opportunities we had. The other night we were able to get the ball into operational areas around the basket. So we're not a one or two-headed monster. I mean, that's, you just look at our stats and you can see that we've got a lot of different options offensively that we can go with. You know, Saturday it was an opportunity to give Flavian and Paul the ball, and those guys delivered. And you know, other nights it's been on the perimeter. So we've got plenty of options there. You know, so just gotta play a little more consistent.
What's been the biggest improvement or difference you've seen in your team since the start of conference play?
I'll tell you what the challenge is turnarounds. You know, you play Saturday night and you need to give them a day off. Sunday, of course, and now Monday, boy, you're installing, getting ready for that Thursday night game, and so the improvement that I want to see, continue to see, is ability to move on and put good or bad behind us, and that you got a little more time from Saturday to Thursday compared to Thursday to Saturday. And you know, we've had a couple nice wins the last 2 weeks on Thursdays, but haven't followed up with good wins on Saturday. And so you know, that's an area we've got to continue to work at, is being able to sustain and be consistent and not let the emotion of the moments or situation get to us. I think that is a challenge for this particular team that we can get to, we can handle it.
Former Portland State basketball player going to the Super Bowl. You remember coaching against Julius Thomas?
It's kind of hard to forget when he had the game-winning dunk on us in the conference championship. Yeah, you know, that was he was a tough guy to prepare for on the basketball floor, and apparently he's becoming a tough guy to prepare for on the football field. So it's a pretty neat story, obviously, for our conference. A lot of great stories over the years out of our league with guys moving on to professional ranks, but one of the more unique ones, a basketball player going into the football side of things. Obviously he had a good senior year in football too. I remember him scoring a couple touchdowns here, but he looked like a tight end then. And obviously he's playing like one now.
What do you think of that trend? I mean, there seems to be more and more basketball guys that were hoops guys in college going on to the
I don't see a lot of football guys going into the NBA. You know, it's kind of a unique thing. Charlie Ward maybe would have been the last one, but it is a unique thing. It's not, is it a trend or is it just a thing they do now? I mean, it's been that way for a while. It seems like there's a Gates and Gonzalez. Yeah, these guys are talented people, you know, big and athletic, and I guess there's a real correlation between your ability to, the footwork it requires on the basketball floor and the hands, coordination, all that stuff to play in that position in football. Because I'm not seeing a lot of guys go play other positions, maybe in the football field, but pretty unique. It's a neat story.
You mentioned the free throws. I think you guys are shooting 57% in your conference losses, over 75 obviously in the wins. I mean, obviously direct correlation, but is that something you will address? Yeah,
you know, it's the same old deal. It's standing over a putt, worrying about missing it, you know, as opposed to standing over your putt, thinking about making it. And it's the same thing with your free throws, you know. They're there. I said it the other night. I like to get to the line. I'm glad we're getting there, and I want to see us continue to get there. And you know, just got to have the confidence they're going to drop. You know, and so practice obviously can help that. We put them in plenty of stressful situations in practice. You know, when you throw in the conditioning piece to it, and you know they're not trying to miss. They're stepping up there with the right mindset. We just got to continue to do that. The biggest thing for me is that we stay aggressive and that we continue to get to the line. That puts a lot of onus on the defense, and you can get some guys in foul trouble. I know we had North Dakota in some foul trouble the other night, and you know, just obviously it'd be nice to sink a few more of them, you know, in those last couple losses. But guys are trying to make them, and again, we're just going to do our best to get there. All right, guys. Thanks.
Good job not mentioning the worst no call basketball.
Yeah.